Hola guys and girls, and welcome to a new Keyforge video. Yes, I'm back at making Keyforge videos as well. The new set just dropped last weekend, or of course for people who were at Essen, it dropped a bit earlier. And yeah, it got me excited for Keyforge again. I'm very active. Just because I stopped making videos, it didn't mean I stopped playing. I'm still very active. I still go to good tournaments and stuff like that. And I thought, let's bring back the content because this is what I'm very passionate about. So yeah, let's make the part of the channel as well. And yeah, I changed the format quite a bit. I don't want to do like separate deck videos and then gameplay videos. I will put them all in one big video. First, we look at the deck and then we have some games with it. So yeah, what I'm going to show off today is one of my favorite decks of the new edition I own so far, which is the Luna, the Gate Countess. Those are Brobnar, Saurian, and Shadows, and basically what I liked about this deck is like the synergy between the Saurian exalting and some other stuff which this deck can do. So let's start with the Saurian part because it's what I think the most important one. So we have two tributes. Yeah, nice Aember control. We can capture up to 4 Aember. Of course, exalt for that as well. So there are 5 Aember on one creature, which is like very prone to be killed, but we can deal with that through multiple ways. For one, we can like slowly but surely with the artifact move the Aember to our own pool. We can protect it with our taunt creatures, be it the Proton Auxiliary or the Treason Legionary. Or what the preferred way is, we have one of these two, we have 2 of those actually in the deck, one of those on board, which means if we kill them, they don't get the Aember back, it just goes to the common pool. So basically, with this guy on board, capturing equals destroying Aember or losing Aember for your opponent, which is very nice. And yeah, then we've Castiata, pretty standard, just gives you an Aember if exalted. Terra Soturio, which captures nice stuff as well. Don't know why the picture's currently not loading, but let's see, it's not loading, but it's a 6-power creature. And then Saurus Lex, which is like the quote-unquote leader of the Saurus. Like everyone has a leader, and yeah, if in the middle of a line, which is very nice, you can look for a Saurus. A Saurian card, which doesn't have to be a creature. Most of the times I'm looking for this artifact because it's actually very nice, and you have that in the deck. So, and what these cards synergize well as well is, for one, of course, the exalting stuff and the tribute stuff, but we have Pile of Skulls as well. So every time we destroy a creature, one of our creatures captures 1, and with this guy, like I said, it equals basically destroying the Aember, which is very nice. We have a lot of strong Brobnar creatures. Like I said, we have only 3 things here with Flamethrower, which sometimes is nice to like get rid of the protection of things, or I think it's the warding in English. And yeah, then you have just Groke, Grown Nine Toes, like a lot of strong creatures here which just are there to fight and kill creatures and get Pile of Skulls triggered. So then on the Shadow side, we have one important thing, which is of course too much to protect, which is very nice with all these things, because even if like we capture a lot of stuff and like say we don't have these aboard, or the opponent manages to get rid of them and they get all the Aember back, usually they get a lot of Aember back. Like with tribute, like I said, 5 Aember on one creature, they kill it, they get 5 Aember. That means that many times we'll have more than 6 Aember, and then we can, with too much to protect, we can steal all but 6 of them, which is mostly a lot. And yeah, then you just need one of our cards to steal the one crucial next Aember with, for example, our Brand, which we actually can destroy with our Legacy Pawn Sacrifice, which is very nice. So yeah, we can get rid of that. Steal 3 more. Then we do have the Chain Gang as well, which is a fun creature. Action steal 1, and you all know the synergy with the Subtle Chain, which you actually have 2 of, which I like as well, which is basically a Mind Barb, nice disruption, stuff like that. Then you have some other stuff. We have a Bad Penny, we have a Manchego, which has some synergy with the Chimera class. I didn't make it to work because it's like very specific. You need it on the flank and it needs to be last few cards. I once triggered him to steal actually, so I don't know why he's a rare. He's not that good, but he's fine. And yeah, then Simon, who most of the times just dies. You have a treasure map, which we can either get 4, 1 Aember for, and then another Trust No One, which most of the time is just going to use to steal the 1 Aember after we got the too much to protect off. But yeah, that's the deck. Now let's over to Crucible and have some games with it, hopefully where we can show off the strength of this deck. And yeah, I don't know why the decks are not showing currently. There we go, lagged a bit, and we're facing Cura. So let's start the game. Wish our opponent good luck, have fun. And yeah, if you don't know what this side was, that was Decks of Keyforge, link in the description. If you play Keyforge, you definitely should know at least of the side, the SAS rank and stuff like that. It's debatable, of course, how good they are and how much you depend on them, but you should at least know them. And yeah, this is Crucible Online, link in the description as well. You can play online with your decks. But yeah, now we are starting player. We do have a decent starting hand. The 2 tributes I don't really like. I think I rather mulligan this because these are 2 dead cards in the beginning of the game, and this I like a lot more. I will call Saurian, start with the Saurus Rex, because if we can't get rid of him, We can trigger the effect right away because obviously if he's the only creature, he's in the middle of the battle line. He's on the flanks and the middle of the battle line, so we can trigger the effect right away and get some Saurian creatures, and we do have some other stuff we can play as well. So yeah, decent start if the opponent can't get rid of him. So let's first look at the opponent's deck. We see he has a Caller of the Archons or Kota deck in short, and yeah, some Gatekeeper stuff. Ooh, a lot of Rush on the Untamed side, 2 Dust Pixies with 2 Redraw and a Hunting Witch, which can get troublesome, but he starts off with his Sanctum creatures. I'm gonna hold them either way. I know what the cards do, but of course for the video, if some new people are watching, they still want to know what they do. Here's Saurian as well, if you can read that. And yeah, like I mentioned, I will just start with calling Saurian again. And actually, we don't have to trigger the effect right away. We can still play our creatures to the left and to the right. He's still in the middle. And now I want to I think I want to fight with him versus the Sequence. Because how many artifacts does he have? Actually, he has 1 Incubation Chamber, 1 Norm, 1 Sigil, 1 Whisperer, so 5 artifacts. Will he have many on hand? I think getting rid of that might be more useful actually. Since, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fight with him versus him. 4 artifact is a good amount, then I'm gonna trigger the effect, exalt him, and look ourselves for 1 Saurian card we want to have. And currently there's not really something I need to have desperately, so I start right away with this one. And how can I confirm it? Yes, I want you. Why is it not working? Done. Does it? It didn't do it. God damn it. So I don't know why it didn't work, honestly. You saw I clicked on it, but okay, now we exalted for nothing, which is of course annoying. I don't know. I played I played before with this deck and it worked. I clicked on things and I got them. I don't know why right now it didn't. Okay, Spirit's Way gets rid of everything. So we would have had our artifact, which would have been nice, but of course we can't have everything. Good thing we got rid of the other guy because he had 2 artifacts. But yeah, that means we will play Brobnar. Just play some creatures. Of course we want the Shorty next to the Narp, because with Shorty we are gonna reap the least, and then we discard our Tremor just to draw more cards. Oh yeah, kind of annoying that didn't work. Don't know why. We get our pile of cards, which is very important. He does have the Norm of Ohm though, so we might want... Yeah, that would have been nice as well, because then we might have gotten the Norm of Ohm on that, because the pile of cards I think is more important in this deck. But yeah, the important thing of Narp as well, which some people do forget, myself at the beginning included, it's just the neighbors who can't reap. Narp himself still can reap. Many, yeah, some people, I just figured some people might forget it because I myself did that. Okay, PSD Probe, cause Shadows, gets rid of my Bad Penny, which is not too bad, not too annoying. Bad Penny, most of the time, not that important. Oh yeah, he sees that I'm most likely, I do have the Pile of Skulls. I do have the Flamethrower as well, but now that he sees that I have the Pile of Skulls, he most likely won't trigger a Norm of Ohm on something else, so I'm just gonna play the Pile of Skulls either way and see what happens. See an Ether Spider. And what else do we see? Nothing. Okay, Ether Spider we do want to get rid of. I just call Brobnar. Play the Pile of Skulls. Draw 9 toes to the right. We want to play everything to the right now, so our Narp doesn't get in the way. We can fight with you versus you. And our Narp captures the 1. Then reap, and our turn. Like I said, I'm expecting the Pile of Skulls to go pretty soon through the Norm, because I mean he could look at our deck and see what other artifacts we have, so it's not like there's like something he definitely want to, and he concedes. Okay, I don't know why he conceded there, but yeah, I'm gonna leave the game and look for another one, because that was not really like, that didn't show anything of the deck. Like it showed I have a lot of Brobnar creatures, which you could have seen in the deck check already, so don't really want to keep that in as a showcase. But yeah, now we're facing Kang Moo. And let's hope that this time Saurus Wax actually works and we can get our things on the in the hand and then on the board. It's lagging a bit. Oh, there we go. Good luck, have fun, mister. Yeah, it is lagging a bit. The Good luck, have fun is not showing us yet as well. I will start the game though. And there it is. Don't know that it's lagging. I'm not doing too much currently. Now, either way, we'll see. Let's look at opponent's deck while we're at it. Oh, he's playing one of the new ones as well, so that's nice. We do on the Toto Wave as a nice card. I definitely like that. He has the Data Forge, so they have the key cheat there. Unnatural selection is troublesome. Board wipes are annoying for our deck if we don't have the guy on board, which makes that our Aember goes into the common pool. And Star Alliance looks like a lot of creatures. Nothing too fancy. His Aember control looks kind of iffy. So if we can get a lot of Aember on our side, that would be nice. Yeah, I don't know if our opponent is lagging as well, if he's looking at our deck or something, but currently they're not starting. If they're taking too long, I will pause the video, but if not, we will just wait right here. So yeah, see you once the game starts. Okay, we are back. Like you see in the chat, he was on the phone, and yeah, now we can actually start. I am second, and I like this hand since a lot of Brobnar creatures. We definitely want to keep that. And yeah, some annoying thing with changing sometimes is you definitely, it would be perfect to have like changing and 2 chains on the hand. Most of the times you're going to have one and the other if you save them. But in some games you're just going to have them all at different times, and that can be annoying. But yeah, let's see what our opponent starts with. Let's hope he's not on the phone anymore and doesn't take too long. So far, like I said, I don't know. It might be the lag, or it might just be a player who takes a lot of time thinking. Which is fair. You should always do that, especially in tournaments. But of course, if you're recording, that's that's not as helpful, since you don't want to pass too much time doing something else than actually playing. But yeah, he plays the Toto Vapors, like I said, very nice card. Game's currently not loading, but he can draw 2 cards and then archive 1. And that's everything it does. And like I said, we have Brobnar, let's see, we have the Nub and the Shorty, so we definitely want to have first Shorty on the left, then you on the left, and the other 2 on the right. And then end our turn. We draw even more Brobnar creatures. Like I said, the Brobnar side is very creature heavy, and that's one of the weaknesses of, like, it's the one weakness of the deck is the board control. I don't have a lot of things which destroy things or put them back to hand or stuff like that. Our best way of controlling the board is through our big Brobnar board. Going wide with Brobnar creatures, have them be strong, have them fight with others, and like that controlling the board. That's one of the weaknesses though, since if our opponent has board wipes himself, and then he develops a big board himself, we can't really do too much against that. Like I said, that's one of the weaknesses of the deck, which we should identify by looking at it or just through playing. I always encourage you to play your decks, just play them over and over till you find out how to play it, and if you like how it works and stuff like that. We see a Quincan, so picture's not showing, but he is 2-power elusive, and if I choose a house which is not on board, oh, that is. He steals 1, and then Frame, which is annoying as well. But like I said, I will most likely just call Brobnar again, because then he doesn't get to steal, I can destroy creatures, I can reap a bit. Another Frame, which is fine with us. And he gets the Force Field. And yeah, I'm just gonna run the Skull into you, Shorty into one of them. And then Explorer can stay on the field. I'm not too worried about Explorer, to be honest. So let's just play you to the right. Play you to the right. Fight with Skull versus you. So now the effect triggers and we can buff a creature. And I think I want to buff our Okoboko, since he's pretty nice. Think you kill Frame. You kill this guy. And you can reap. This Explorer is not too worrisome at the moment. We can just kill this. He's another Skull target. We can, like Legacy, Skull, if you kill a creature with assault damage, you can get a creature +1 counter. Which I did right here on Okopoko because I want to trigger the effect of him as much as possible. And we do have some shadow things, we do have some other things. Currently we just, most of the times, most of the times we're just going to play with our Brobnar board. Board wipe, he does have the 2 unnatural selections, which could come in one of them right now. He does call Untamed, so there might be already time for one of the unnatural selections, which means only 3 of our creatures will survive. Which I would have, if I would have to guess, actually don't know, probably the Granitos, 1 Shorty, and the Skull. I actually don't know. Or he might leave the Nub as well, which is of course a strong creature on board, but most of the times it's annoying for me since I can't reap with the neighbors. But yeah, we do see Untamed. Let's just hope we don't have a similar game to the next time where I can just show off. Yeah, Brobnar creatures. Boom. Here they are. They're big and strong. Opponent's forfeits. Yeah, they're not that scary. We see unnatural action that is called that already. Of course, it's annoying that he has that like in his first, what is it, 12 cards. I mean, I mean, I guess it's fair. I guess it's fair. He has 2 of them. Would have still preferred to see him later, so I can at least abuse this board right here for a bit more. But that happens, that happens. We do have still other creatures we can play and use. But first, let's see what he likes. If I would have to guess, I would say Grow 9 Toes, a Shorty or a Skull, and the Nub. These 3, I would say he leaves alive. Like I said, I think this goes for sure, and one of the Shorties will go for sure. I think Grow 9 Toes is a given, and Nub is a given, and then the last one, it depends on what he has in hand, of course, what's more annoying for him. I think he will leave the Skull on board. Depends on how worried he is that I buff my creatures, but it's just 1/1 token, so it's not like... I would have preferred if Skull would actually give 2 +1 power tokens to a creature. That way it could work better. And yeah, he's worried about me buffing, so he leaves me as Shorty. Tough choice. Yeah, he was thinking a lot. But I would have done... Like, it depends on the hand, but like I said, these 2 were given, the Grown and the Nub, and then Shorty made sense. Made sense. Let's see, we see Cauldron Boy, so it doubles the damage on my Nub. Deals another 3 to him. And then, what do we see? We see Molfin, so stealing will hurt me. And what do we see? That's it, okay. So, I could just call Brobnar again, just to clear the board, which doesn't sound that tempting. So we already know that one of them is gone. So, we could just go wide with our board again. I don't want to play him without a chain gang, without a thing, without the subtle chain in hand, and without protection. So I think I'm just gonna play Saurian and play these 2 creatures to the right. Expand our board and then end the turn. We have a subtle chain, and that's very nice. Now we have protection, so we can like play it right here, and then still have the subtle chain, steal 1, discard cards, and all these fancy shenanigans. And of course we have 6 shadow cards in hand, which is very likely, or I will call it shadows, but I probably won't play the too much to protect. I want to keep that. And this Chemo Eclipse depends on what he plays as well. I might just want to discard that as well. But first let's see what our opponents decide to do. Thing is, of course, if I steal 1, he can deal 1 damage as well. So it might be worth it to have the Chemo Eclipse to play. But he calls Untamed again. He has 1 to reap. Or to, he is really not really attack to fight, so he most likely will reap with the Molfin. What else could I be worried about in Untamed? Buffing? Not really. Ammonia? Yeah, he reaps. Like I said, not too worried. Barring another unnatural selection. But then he has have both out of the way, and we know already that. So he reaps with him. So he doesn't have the Song of the Wild, otherwise he would have played that already. There's the Ammonia, okay. Plays it there, sadly. That means if I send him back to the deck, it's gonna be hit this and this, and not the Molfin. Harmonia gives some... Oh, wait, after you play... Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That Harmonia, if you play Harmonia, it gives through itself Aember as well. I thought it was basically just a Hunting Witch nerfed with Elusive. But I didn't know that if you have lesser creatures, Harmonia itself will give you Aember. But okay, like I said, Shadows time. I'm not gonna play the... It could be worth it. Gets my Nub back with health, gets rid of 1 accident for better. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it. Just gonna play it. Get rid of creatures from his side. And I'm gonna play the Chain Gang to the right. Then I'm gonna play Sermon to the right. Then I'm gonna play the Subtle Chain. Let me discard a card. The second unnatural selection. Very nice. Very nice. Use this guy. Action ability to steal 1. He gets to do 1 damage. We can shuffle this back into the deck. Oh, he does 1 damage to everything. Okay. And then the treasure map. Just get an Aember and then end our turn. Yes. We do get our Subtle Chain back, which is nice. But of course, we want to get rid of him soon, because otherwise we will slowly but surely die. The 1 damage is nice as well, because now our Ground House is 9 power. We're only having 1 damage dealt to him. And we can get rid of him with our Brutodon right here. Which I'll probably do because we have a second one in hand, and we have Saurus Rex, which this... with this developed board, it's more difficult to get him in the middle, obviously. But yeah. So far not looking, like I said, even Aember, I obviously have the board advantage, but it's his turn. But so far I'm not too mad on how this game is going. I would love to see the pile of skulls sooner, or pretty soon. Let's first see what he does with Logos. He does have a card archived as well. And he gets it back to hand. What could I be worried about Logos right now? The Positron Bolt could be annoying. And the Venom, yeah, these are the brother-sister cards, right? Let's wait till the pitch actually loads. I know there's like, if you have Vellum, you have the brother or sister, whatever. Hide it, yeah, these are Vellum and Hide it. Reap, I have a card, you can hide, I have 2 cards instead. The other one is Draw. Reap, draw a card. If you control it, you can draw 2 cards instead. I'm pretty sure. Which means I likely will get... what is more annoying? Yeah, here's draw a card. If you control it, you can draw 2 cards instead. So I probably want to get rid of them first. Or at least of one of them. And we see a Quant. Which is Rape. You may play a non-Logos card, I think. Which is good as well. Good creature, for sure. Saddest thing, there's a lot of targets I want to get rid of right now. So he can't do... I mean, he can only deal damage to one of the Brobnar creatures with the Foreign Plasnate currently. Since the others don't have neighbors. Yeah, you may play one Logos card. And yeah, changes these 2. Oh wait, no, he may... He moved those, okay. I mean, that's no damage then. And he's still protected, so I don't know why he did it that way. Now he gets no damage on him, and he's still protected. Like, it would have made sense to play him somewhere where he wouldn't be protected. But like this, I'm not too worried. Not too worried. Yeah, most likely I will run him into the Hide, so he can only archive 1 card. And then play my other Saurian creatures. Why? Oh, it seems our opponent is confused. Chain Gang doesn't share a house with the neighbors. And yeah, we are going to call Saurian, like I mentioned. Kill this boy. Play... I want to keep him protected, the Chain. So play first him there, and then play him there. I know it's not the best to keep him in the center, but that's not our purpose right now. And yeah, that's our turn. That is indeed our turn. I did that way. Now he's further away from the center, but to reiterate why I did that is because next turn I will most likely use this, run this into the... Oh wait, no, I can't anymore. But I will use this. It will die pretty soon, and after it dies, I still want to have a taunt creature next to the Chain Gang. That's why I did it this way. I could just call Brobnar and run my Granitos into the Molothin. Like right now, since these 2 unnatural selections are gone, I'm fine with like just spreading my board. Just play creatures. Barring, of course, I mean, he most likely will get to check next turn. How can I prevent that? I would have to play Shadow Sadly in D1. And he gets Logos, yeah. He can reap now, archive, play non-lock card. Makes sense, makes sense. Forge as well for 1 Aember. So the good thing is we do have this combo right here, but it will get rid of a lot of creatures of us. So the question is, do I want to play it already? Do you want to do it already? To prevent the first key. I think it's not worth it. I think I'd rather do it for the second key. Keep all this stuff and just get rid of the Molothin, which is currently very annoying for me. Because if he reads 2 times, if I too much protect him, he gets 2 damage to everything. Which kills this. And then I steal 1 more. Yeah, it will just kill a lot of things. Which I'm not too happy about. I probably just will call Brobnar, get rid of Molothin and stuff. And Stoofs. Reaps as well, yeah. Yeah. Do I have something to drink? No, sadly not. But yeah, 17 cards. Like I said, this is the card I want to see very soon. These I can search for pretty soon with my Source Rex, so there's still a lot of things we can look forward to with drawing in this deck. Yeah, just get rid of these two. Can play non-logos card. What do we see? What do we see? What does he show us? Come on, mister. What do you want to play? What do you want to play? But yeah, while he is taking his turn, he based the fittest. Okay, gets +1 counters and everything, which is fine. Doesn't change too much in my plans. Still gonna call Brobnar. Gonna play the Flamethrower. Now start playing creatures to the right, so our Saurian stress gets sooner or later closer to being in the center. Kill him off. Kill him off. And end our turn. Opponent gets to his first key, sadly. But we do have our good old Perfectus Ludo in hand, which is what I want to see. It's exactly what I want to see. Good thing is, if I can play Saurian next turn again, I can run him into something, play these two creatures to the right here, and then I can actually trigger my Saurus Rex since he's in the middle. We actually start generating some Aember, because so far I put a lot of effort into keeping the board as I like it, and not generating the most Aember. Which we definitely should focus at some point too, because that's kind of the point of Keyforge. Getting Aember, forge keys, win the game. So we can't forget about that. Can't. Forge actually is red key first, and people never forge the red key first. Don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, here it does matter since you see the cards, but that's something I want to look at as well. Because there's the one new anomaly, of course, the Red Baron, which gets stronger if your opponent has the red key forged. And it gets stronger if you have it yourself. So if you have it self in the deck, of course, you want to forge it first. But otherwise, don't forge the red key. Forge last. It's the only card so far which is which looks at the color of the key. So only the red key is important when to forge it. The rest you can just, the yellow and blue one, you can just whatever. I of course would recommend forging the blue one first. Just because I like blue. But okay, how much longer is gonna opponent take? Okay, we got an opponent who likes to think a lot. Like I already mentioned, no, I'm never gonna judge you for that in tournaments and stuff like that, or in general. You should all take all the time you want. Just for recording wise, of course, you have a lot of dead time, which is, yeah, not the best thing. But when, I mean, how many games in tournaments never going to be recorded? And if they're going to be on stream, that's most likely a very important game, and then you still want to think about everything. Play Seismotangler as well. Didn't mention that because he's not too important. Of course, it could be annoying, depending on the board, but I had yet to play a game where Seismotangler played a very key role in the game. If you get multiple of these on the board, of course, yeah, 2 or 3. Like if you would have 3 of those, you can just, your opponent can never reap, which can be very detrimental, or 2 as well, with which you can just basically decide what can reap and what not. But just 1, not too much of a problem so far, especially with this developed board. Opponent's still thinking. Ah, there we go, Untamed. That took quite a while. Like I said, in Keyforge usually I play rather fast, which sometimes is gets me in trouble. He plays Curiosity. Archives the Sphinx, which is fine. I mean, it's a nice combo, I guess. Curiosity and the Velum and what's the other one called? Velum and Heide. That's a cool combo. I should have reaped with it first, because now he just destroyed it. He could have reaped first, be at 6 Aember. Okay, what else do we see? Song of the Wild, discarded. Place the fittest for another Aember. That's it. Okay, I take that. I take that. Like I already said, I will play Saurian. Sadly, I can't trigger you right now, but it's not too big of a problem. Play you to the right. Play you to the right. Play the tribute. Put it on you. Oh wait, I have to put it on you. Then I don't want to trigger it again. Nope, don't want to. Then I can use this card to move one of that into mine. And then reap, 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 and turn 9 Aember. Looking good. We do have a great Shadow's Hand as well. We do have our brand plus the Pawn Sacrifice, which is very, very nice. You do get some more creatures as well for Saurian, which is nice because just playing one more creature and boom, Zoro 6 in the middle. So yeah, like I said, the last turn of our opponent was definitely not the strongest. For all the time he took to think about it, that was not very impressive. Plays logos, gets the things in hand. Fine with me. Probably stops me from reaping with my Saurian cards. Okay, can do 8 damage to this guy. Did he have another choice? No, it was the only one which had 2 same neighbors. So now he actually is already in the middle, which is great. Like I said, most likely Saurian, I want to say. Yeah, Saurian can't reap. No reap for Saurian, which might make me want to play with Brobnar. But we'll see. Because then I can get rid of the creatures as well. Reap a few times. But let's see. Like I said, he has 10 cards in deck still, so there's gonna be a long time till he will draw his things again, his unnatural selections. So this board I have right here will most likely stay there for a long time. And another quant. So I definitely want to get rid of this board. At least of the quant and the heater. What is the what was the one that draws cards? Yeah, it's the heater. So I get to forge the blue one, like I mentioned. That's the best one, for me at least. And I can play Brobnar. How I want to do things. You can fight versus you. You can fight versus the heater. You can reap. And you can fight versus the quant. And I get to buff up something, and I get to buff up my shaking. And I could play this to do 1 damage to you. Why not? Boom. And out turn. With Pile of Skulls, this turn would have been a lot stronger. But now we have to deal with what we can do. This single guy right here is not as important. Like I mentioned. If I kill him as well, they will archive each other. And with him, he's basically a Gam Knight Archivist. But with 1 less power. I'm feeling very comfortable right now, and I think this game we got in the bag. Looking at the deck, I don't know what he could have. He didn't play a lot of Star Alliance. So far we saw a lot of Untamed, a lot of Logos, but not a lot of Star Alliance. So he might just have a hand full of that. Other than that, pretty unhappy on how it's looking currently. The good thing is, well, my deck is thinning and Manchego is still there, which is nice. I can see right here, Manchego only works if you have 5 of your cards in your deck. So him having it late in the game is always nice for you. Let's close that and see what our opponent does. Probably will think a decent amount as well. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you're still watching at this point. What do you think about the new format of just having the deck check and the videos at one point? I think the YouTube algorithm likes longer videos, so I guess that's something. Of course, like, it's not like my channel is that relevant that the YouTube algorithm is something I would have to look at. I can basically do what I want, and I'm not gaining or losing much. This is, of course, just a hobby, as most of you should know. I do, of course, get a little bit of money from the YouTube channel, but in my 4 years I'm doing it for now, I made like 250 euros, which is like less than, it's like around, let's call it 60 euros a year, which would be like, yeah, not a lot. Not a lot for the time amount of time I put in. Let's say like this. It's just a hobby. It's fun to do. And I hope it's fun to you as watch as well. And yeah, we see finally some plays from opponent. We see Lieutenant Krukra. I don't know how to pronounce this guy. But yeah, Taunt Hazardous 3. Basically similar to this guy. One less power, but one more hazardous. I'm sorry for the pop-ups. We'll probably put everything a bit higher on the thing so you don't get annoyed by those. Yeah, Krukra's on the field. What else do we see? A zap. Okay, so we can do a 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 3 on board, he has 2, so 5 damage. He can do 5 damage. Sadly, he can get rid of the chain gang, which would be sad. Would be sad, but he can do 5 damage. And we do see the Gromnitor's gone. And the Brobnar Auxiliary gone. That's at least 2 damage. And he does 1 to chain gang. He most likely will kill it then. Or will he? Most likely, I'm gonna assume. Chain gang already has 2 damage on him. Or did he already do the all damage? 5 damage. I think the Auxiliary already took 1 there. Oh, he did all damage already. Okay. I take it. Then we see Calvin, fight, draw a card, can play it as. I like these cards. I like the idea of these cards, but you can play it upgrade as well. So far, of course, the 2 X-Row Rover and Calvin are not too strong. Of course, they're fine. They're fun to play around with, but not that they're insanely strong. Currently, he's not in the middle. I would have to play 2 creatures, which I can actually. Which is fun, fun, fun. I'll probably do this that. I don't care currently about the board my opponent has. What do we see as upgrade there? A Universal Translator. Okay, I think this one Reap, use a creature from another house. Fight Reap, use a non-Blaver creature, and he played the Blaster, no, the Stunner, which is that stun creatures, like you could imagine. And currently opponent is at 6 Aember, so now we definitely want to get rid of some of them. And we can only do that currently with our shadows, so we're gonna call shadows and start doing fun things like playing the brand somewhere, then exploring with the pawn sacrifice, get rid of you and you, done, then play, oh wait, no, cancel, first use this action ability to steal 1, then play the subtle chain, make a discard a card, use the action again to steal 1, get the subtle chain back into the deck, and then end our turn. Being at 11 Aember, and our opponent going back to 2. And still having too much to protect, plus our Trust No One. And a bunch of Saurian creatures, which is nice as well. I didn't want to get rid of this guy, since then they could put back in the archive. I'm not too worried about him stunning creatures currently. So yeah. 11 Aember, opponent only 2, board advantage. Really know most cards he played. There's nothing too troublesome. So I'm looking pretty happy into the future. But actually the one bad thing about this game taking so long is I don't know if I can take another one after this one. I mean, we had one where opponent just forfeited, we didn't see anything. Don't know if he had like that bad of a hand. But I had a lot of games on Crucible where I just, like, the beginning was looking so bad for you, but then it just ended up coming back. So I would discourage forfeiting early. Yeah, this guy is nice as well. Like, he's awesome. Capture 1, and while he has Aember on it, your opponent can steal Aember from you with 5 power, which is most of the times very annoying to get Shadow to get rid of, because Shadow mostly deals with dealing damage by getting rid of creatures. So versus steel heavy decks, this guy's obviously the MVP. Versus our opponent's deck so far, or looking at all the cards against the deck, is like, he's a capture 1 creature with 5 power. The non-stealing doesn't really do too much there. But okay. Yeah, we reached that point of the video where I don't have anything to say anymore, and I'm just making weird noises or try to sing and stuff like that. Yeah, I will probably keep it at this one game, because if I get another one like this, we are looking at a 1 hour 20 video, and that's a bit hard for my first Keyforge upload in a long time, so I rather want to keep it as short as possible. And opponent is not happy on how this last turn went. So, yeah. We'll see what he does. Like I said, what I like about Keyforge and why usually you don't need that much time for your turn is that you can't play anything in the opponent's turn. So there's not like something you have to be not. Of course, you have to know what your opponent plays, and you have to look at that and oh no, that's a problem now. I can ignore that, stuff like that. But it's not like you have to like wait and have cards in hand and like now I play it or now. So most of the times you can just play the opponent's turn to think about what you want to do, and then you don't have to do that on your turn. Like I know pretty sure I would just call Saurian, and if he for some reason gets a lot of Aember, I can play Shadows. And if he like even if he makes that I can't reap with Saurian, which he could do right now with his Logos, I will still call them and play them, because then I can do some fun stuff. Like playing a lot of creatures. And get another creature on board with Saurus Rex. And get the Aember myself with the Library of Polysaurus. I think this is a very cool artifact. Like I said, I like this as well because it doesn't only work with the exalting of my Saurian creatures, it works with the capturing from the Pyros cards as well. Which so far we didn't see at all, even though I thought, I think this is a very detrimental card for the deck. But like I said, this is one thing as well, where you like just don't draw the cards you need. And he actually gets rid of, I can play Brobnar, which is no problem at all. That's actually great news for me. Or I can reap with Brobnar, of course, and still use it. But yeah, definitely gonna reap with my Saurian cards. Which should give me the Aember which I need to win. You see Titan Guardian? Fine with me, no too much of a problem. Don't know why the picture of Seismotangler is not loading there. Titan Guardian, of course, 5 power taunt, and if it kills not on the flank, get a draw 2 cards. Currently is on the flank though. But yeah, good taunt creatures. There's a lot of them in this new set, which I like. Like I said, Shadows I think it's still very strong, but all these discouraging stealing cards, like the Molifil we just saw, or this guy right here, and there's a lot of other things which do similar stuff, really nerfs it passively. Like Shadows is still the same, but other cards are stronger versus Shadows now, which I like a lot. Reese Development gets to archive and stun a creature, or archive a card and then stun a creature. He might stun my Saurus Rex, which would be of course... No, he stuns a Chain Gang. That's cool with me, like I said. Want to play the Saurians. Want to play the Saurians. Archives a card. Yep. I love the idea of Toto Vapor. It's the common. Like if you this is always a good card. It doesn't matter what kind of deck you have. This is always an awesome card. Draw 2 cards and archive 1. So then forge the other one. Called Saurian. So I need 2 more creatures on the right before I can use the effect. So let's play you to the right, to the left actually. We need 2 creatures on the left. Play you to the left. Protect our Saurus Rex, because why not? Then we can reap with him, trigger the effect, get our only Saurian card we have right now, and I don't know why it's not working. Yes, I want to draw this one. I want to draw this one. Why is there... What is it all? Choose a card. Done. This one. This one. Oh, opponent conceded. I don't know why it didn't work. God damn it. It didn't matter too much. But yeah, that's the game for that, and yeah, it's not really the showing I wanted for the deck, I think, but I'm still gonna leave it at that. Let me of course know, I might make like multi-parts, like to show this game better, this deck even better in a different game. But yeah, we have a Keyforge, you can be excited for that. If you of course enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. Hit me out on Twitter, Facebook, all the links in the description, and yeah, I will see you another time. Ciao.